This weekend, Pima County is throwing a party to celebrate the completion of something called the Loop. That's a fantastic way to spend time in our beautiful Sonoran Desert. And here to tell us all about it is Director of the Pima County Regional Flood Control District, Suzanne Shields. Suzanne, thanks for joining us today.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Of course, this is exciting news for the community.
It's very exciting. It's exciting for me because I've been working over 35 years to complete this.
Wow.
And it's really nice to finally get something where it's going to be, you know, a permanent, enjoyable, recreational opportunity for everybody.
Well, it's certainly a culmination of all of your hard work and your team's hard work too. Let's talk about what prompted the beginning of the county's river improvements.
We had a flood in October 1983. It was the flood of record. There was about 60,000 cubic feet per second of water going down the Santa Cruz River. It washed down our major utilities along the Rito, and this is a picture at first in the Rito. We actually lost 150 acres of land.
Wow. And
that included land that had homes, businesses on it. So we set about at the county coming up with a mitigation plan. And we had already knew one of the key things was to put in soil cement. It was the only thing that stood up to the flood. And we had already noticed that people were walking along the top of the bank. Well, what we've done over the years, starting first the Rito, was to go ahead and build walking parks. We just called them river parks. There's a Rito River Park, a segment through the downtown on the Santa Cruz, and they were just little segments, but everybody got to where they really liked it. And, you know, nobody was riding bikes too much when we started this in like 83, 84.
Yeah.
Now, bike riding is something that is just taken off in this town.
Right.
And we needed to complete some of our bank protection, like on the Pantano. And the idea, and it really comes from the community, because they vote for our general obligation bonds. They really embraced building and connecting all the rivers together. So now you can actually walk all the way around metropolitan area, 131 miles. Which that's not found anywhere.
Right, it's unheard of.
You do not get, there's very few places where you have to cross a road. You mainly go under bridges, so it's safe for people.
Yeah.
And we finished up, the last segment was the day before Christmas. And my staff asked me, this was to connect the river Rito with the Pantano, something the cyclists and everybody really wanted. And I said, it's not striped. They said, there's still equipment out there. I said, move those barricades. So it was kind of our quiet Christmas gift to everybody that got a new bike or still had their old bike on Christmas. So on the 26th, Facebook took off.
Yeah.
Everybody was talking about it.
Certainly, and you know, people have probably walked on the loop and not known it. Right.
And I think that's because, you know, a lot of people, you just want to, we've made connections to neighborhoods, so you get out and you do a mile one way and come back a mile the other way. But over time, it's all been connected. And then we have some offshoots, I'll call them that. You can take, from the loop, go up the Cañada del Oro, all the way into Oro Valley and Catalina State Park. And it's only about 7 miles or so, but people love to do it because it's beautiful to ride towards the mountains. And then they'll picnic at the park. And we also have a connection into Marana. So people use it for commuting and a lot of other things. The picture you're looking at right now is something we call our living river. This was a project that after the wastewater treatment plants were cleaned up, it's almost pristine. We have Gila top minnow and other fish. We take children down there for art classes and science. And speaking of art, we have over 4 dozen art pieces, and these are large art pieces. This was only a fraction of one.
Yeah, such a stunning set of pictures, and it really is a beautiful loop. Before we run out of time, I want to talk about what's happening on the 17th.
Okay, on the 17th, we're having a celebration at Brandy Fenton Park. That was a splash pad. You just saw Brandy Fenton Park. It'll start at 9 and go to 2. It's a celebration, bringing the community together. We're going to have a dog costume parade and for St. Patrick's Day. So there's going to be a lot of food and a lot of things to do. 45 vendors will be there. The other place is Kino Environmental Restoration Project. I've taken people from Mongolia and Romania there. It's so unique. We harvest the stormwater. People love it. It's right there next to the stadium. That will be our main event, and that goes from 10 o'clock to 3.
Well, such an important part of our community, celebrating the completion of the loop. Congratulations. I'm sure it feels incredible. We're going to enjoy it for generations to come, and I want to thank you so much for bringing us the history of it and for telling us a little bit about the celebration.
And thank you for having me. So we're trying to get everybody to know that they can use this.
Absolutely. They sure can. You guys can celebrate the completion of the longest public recreation multi-use path in the United States. It's taking place this Saturday at Kino Sports Complex from 10 to 3 or at Brandy Fenton Memorial Park from 9 to 2. To learn more, visit pima.gov/loop celebration or call 520-724-7352.